Along with the bangers that get released every year in K-pop, there are also songs that netizens just can't stand for some reason. So what are the most hated K-pop songs in the last 10 years? 2012. Hyuna has always known how to make netizens mad in just the right way, and their reactions to her 2012 hit song Ice Cream prove this the best. Hyuna had already established a more provocative image of herself and was just embracing this in Ice Cream, which was a song that was full of innuendos. Mostly, people hated how Hyuna's voice sounded in the song and considered it a downgrade from bubble pop. Plus, it didn't help her that Gain and Ailey came back at the same time, as people expressed that Hyuna's song was truly the worst track that came out in the same year. A netizen wrote, "What even is the point of that song? Gain and Hyuna's performances are both, but Gain has a good song, so I listen to it anyway, but I hate Hyuna's voice in her song, and more than anything, I don't even know what the point of her song is." 2013. I'd be more surprised if the song that paved the way for experimental music wouldn't appear on this list. No matter how influential and iconic SNSD I Got a Boy is today, it wasn't well received by K-pop fans at the time of its release. Based on the other entries on this list, once a group makes a comeback that doesn't fit their signature sound, netizens are going to hate it. That's the case with I Got a Boy too. Some fans felt like it was a horrible mix of 5 different songs that the producers tried to fit into one track. Online forums were filled with negativity, bashing the song and the producers from coming up with it in the first place. A comment on Nate said, "The song sucks. I'm a fan and I really can't sit through the song. Is SM seriously crazy? How can they release something like this calling it a song?" As you can see, they had really strong feelings about it. 2014. This one was pretty controversial. In 2014, BTS released War of Hormone, and while the song is a banger, the lyrics are questionable. The lyrics of the song are considered misogynistic and objectifying. That's why many people had an issue with it. This is exactly why netizens thought that the group wouldn't go too far. The song got so much hate and backlash that BTS and Big Hit apologized for the lyrics and said that they would reflect so that lyrics of this nature would never appear in their songs again. 2015. If we're being honest, Amber's Shake That Brass should have never left the studio. At the time, it made sense that Amber would be the first one to make a solo debut out of all the FX girls. Not that the FX members weren't talented, but since Amber had already gotten tons of attention for her unique style and being one of the most daring idols at the time. So you can't blame FX stans for thinking that she'll deliver a bop with a unique concept. Well, they got the total opposite of that, and the song is a running joke among K-pop stans to this day. Not even the music video, which had every idol possible, or the fact that she collaborated with Taeyeon for the track could save the song from being a disaster. 2016. When Twice's Cheer Up came out, people mainly found the song annoying, the lyrics were accused of being misogynistic, and according to them, Cheer Up just wasn't as good as Twice's other title tracks. However, even if people like the song, there are 2 controversies that didn't help its reputation among netizens. The first was a badly edited MR Remove video that surfaced, and people immediately piled up on the members, accusing them of not being able to sing. The second was the nail in the coffin, and it was Cheer Up winning Song of the Year at the 2016 MAMAs. Why is this a big deal, you might ask? People already didn't like the song, but the fact that it went over Red Velvet's Red Flavor and Sista's I Like It made people dislike the song even more. 2017. Signal is still not a favorite among Twice stans, so you can imagine how much backlash the song got when it came out in 2017. Even if the song did well on the charts, netizens just assumed that it was because of Twice's fandom power and not because the song was good or listenable. Yeah, they hated it that much. This was mostly because Twice hadn't released anything like Signal to that point, so the song was unfamiliar. Yes, their discography is very versatile now, but back then they had a certain sound and stuck to it. Signal was unusual even to the members themselves. In an interview back in 2017, Jonghyun said, "It's different from our previous title songs, so we thought, what is this? When we heard it was our title track, it was just like, I see." But no matter how hard the members worked on the comeback, it seems like it wasn't being received well by the public. The music video was also massively disliked when the song first came out. A netizen said, "No one's hating on the group. The song is just really that bad. If any other girl group had released this, they'd be out of the charts. It's only hanging on because of Twice." 2018. No one who's a fan of Red Velvet can deny that Really Bad Boy was a new sound for the group. However, what added to people disliking the song so much was the title. Bad Boy is one of Red Velvet's most popular and beloved songs, so when people saw the title of the comeback, they were expecting something similar. Not only was Really Bad Boy very different from Bad Boy or literally anything Red Velvet had released up to that point, but it was also different to the other tracks on the album. People thought the track was just all over the place, repetitive, and were asking for Red Velvet to go back to their old sound. What really emphasized just how little people liked the song was that the song did not chart as well as Red Velvet's other releases. In fact, it managed to only top the Bugs chart on its debut day. 2019. And here we go again with our girls. In 2019, Red Velvet made their long-awaited comeback with Zimzalabim. Just from the teasers, people knew that Zimzalabim would be nothing like we've seen before from the girls. After all, if Red Velvet are known for something, it's their unique concept concepts that change with every comeback. But Zimzalabim wasn't a song that you would expect from Red Velvet. The song was way too experimental for fans and casual listeners alike, and it was dragged to filth for apparently being the worst Red Velvet song and the worst comeback of the year. A netizen commented, "Zimzalabim is their worst song to date." A Twitter user also wrote, "Red Velvet were so brave to put out Zimzalabim, worst song of 2019. However, Red Velvet also set the standard when it comes to experimental songs, so who really won in the end?" 2020. Since SM girl groups shifted the entire K-pop industry with debut songs like Into the New World, Happiness, and La Cha Ta, all eyes were on ESPO when they were about to debut. But it didn't sit right with people at first. The song overall felt messy, the lyrics didn't make sense since the Kwangya concept hadn't been introduced yet, and netizens felt like Black Mamba failed in comparison to other SM debuts. Twitter and online communities in South Korea were filled with negative comments about the song. A netizen wrote, "SM intended something with this group alright, but none of us know what it is. However, it's important to say that it grew on people just like Next Level did after its release." ESPO weren't the only ones who caught heat in 2020, as Blackpink too were having an unfortunate year when it came to comebacks. Despite building up hype for Ice Cream featuring none other than Selena Gomez, the outcome was pretty disappointing for people who tuned in. According to listeners, the lyrics were bad, the beat was off, and there was also a whole controversy about Lisa mentioning Moses in her rap. How You Like That was also received badly by netizens because according to them, it was just another generic Blackpink song. 2021. If you've been on any social media platform in 2021, then you probably have seen people slandering NCT's Sticker like there's no tomorrow. We cannot say that Sticker wasn't a successful comeback though. The album was released on September 17th, 2021, and it broke multiple records. Sticker became NCT 127's best-selling album, one of the best-selling K-pop albums of 2021, and the best-selling album of all time by artists under SM Entertainment. It also topped multiple charts without breaking a sweat. However, the numbers and records didn't shield the title track from receiving a lot of backlash. It seems like NCT's experimentalism really threw some people off, especially the flute playing in the background, so it's safe to give it the title of the most hated song of 2021. 2022. I'm aware that 2022 isn't over yet, but since the English media had already talked about NMIXX's OO being the quote-unquote worst debut of all time, we just can't ignore it. The song was very anticipated because of the pre-debut content that JYP released, showcasing the members' talents, but when the song came out, it was crickets. And if you've ever listened to any debut song by JYP, you know that this is very unusual. I mean, considering that the other girl groups under that company debuted with iconic songs like Good Girl, Bad Girl, like Ooh Ah, Irony, and even Dala Dala, people found it hard to believe that JYP would miss this hard with OO. The song not only got massive negative attention, but it also flopped on the charts pretty hard. OO debuted at number 220 on Korea's Melon Music chart, which is pretty shocking when you consider that groups that debuted under smaller labels managed to snatch a spot at the top 10. If that wasn't enough, OO was out of all major Korean charts within a day of its release. Now, it's a fact that all publicity is good publicity. However, let's hope that JYP doesn't continue giving NMIXX bad songs for the sake of getting attention. In your opinion, what was the most hated song in K-pop? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye!